Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Alien 1979 Director's Cut commentary track. I am Nick, and I am joined by Michael, also known as Faywhale34.
What a dooski, guys. Glad to be here for some good old Alien.
Yeah, and this is obviously, like in the title, the Director's Cut, so if you have that version of the film and you want to watch along with us, you should hit play right now.
All right, let's get it going, guys.
Damn, that super old 20th Century Fox logo.
Some bootleg stuff now.
Look at how
I'm
it's
just playing.
stretched, too. It's like the O is stretched, like
I know,
flattened.
man. Oh my gosh. I'm
Somebody
excited.
sat on
I
that logo.
believe this is my first time watching the director's cut, so this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, we watched the. Well, let's talk about our experience with this movie. So, tell the viewers when you got into Alien, I guess, this movie and all that.
Yeah. So, guys, I'll be completely honest. If you're watching this video, you were probably a big Alien fan. Since you were probably a kid. I was actually super late to the hype. I just started this year. Me and Nick actually watched Alien and Aliens together, and Alien 3 actually on Skype. So that was my first time being introduced. I absolutely loved the first and the second. I didn't even appreciate Alien 3.
Was it
Really
Was
fun.
it this year? I thought we watched the end of the last year.
Well, sorry, I meant in like within a year's time.
Because I
Yeah.
remember we watched them prior to the first Covenant trailer, which was in Christmas. So
Yeah, you're right. Just such a different creepy vibe when I first watched it. It just really caught my eye, and I honestly think I like Alien more than Aliens. I'm that guy. I'm that.
there's two types of people. One Alien.
Only two.
Yeah. So
I'm actually excited, man.
I really like this opening title sequence here, like the how it spells out alien really slowly. It's like hieroglyphics or something, like it's like this weird
Yeah.
text.
Totally, dude. And in the director's edition, there's probably a couple extra scenes. No.
Yeah, there's a couple scenes. One of them is very talked about. It happens later on in the film, and it's the one scene that everyone always discusses because it adds something to the alien life cycle that hadn't been introduced.
Oh.
But also this director's cut came out in 2003, which is kind of funny because it's like years after the
That's
movie.
so late, dude.
Yeah, and the only reason they did it is because they were re-releasing the box set of all four movies, and they were like, "Oh, can you do a director's cut?" And he's like, "Well, I don't really want to," because he regards the theatrical version as like his version, right? He doesn't really
Count the extra.
care for like extra cuts of the movie, but he was basically just obligated to do another one. So
Hey, let's check it out. We're all watching it together.
yeah, and then of course I think some of the shots are obviously the color grading's fixed and stuff like that. It's updated a little bit, remastered, what have you.
They tainted it. Oh man, I just remember watching. So wait, actually, before we get into it, Nick, what was your first experience watching Alien?
Yeah, so I grew up with the Alien franchise. I think I first saw the movies when I was around 10 or 11.
Look at this beautiful ship.
I watched all of them. I love this corridor, amazing set here. But I watched all the movies. I had the action figures when I was growing up, the Kenner toys, the bull alien, the snake alien, all this. I just was engrossed in the franchise. I never knew that it was like a hardcore sci-fi, like adult scary thing. I was just like, I had the toys. I'm like, oh yeah, I like this alien toy and everything. I had a Predator
These
toy.
are so cute, right?
Yeah, I was like, I was just a kid. I didn't know that it was like this scary thing. I mean, even the idea of having Alien and Predator action figures, like toys for little kids, is like strange. Because like, why would
Your
you
parents
make
are ahead of the time,
toy
man.
line of this? But yeah, it's
So young.
it's fun. I always love this opening scene here. It really establishes the ship. It's very moody, spooky.
I know, it's just like, all right, guys, so someone's gonna die right here, someone's gonna die right there.
Yeah.
I love the way that the characters progress in this one.
Yeah. Also, you have to like kind of think that the company knew more about the alien than they were leading on. They wouldn't just reroute this mining ship to go search a new planet with alien
Oh,
life form and
Nostrum.
all that.
I love the sound design in this film.
Yeah, it's all iconic sound stuff, and the second one too, mostly.
beep boop.
Oh man, and as we're gearing up for Alien Covenant too, that's gonna be something new.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it like on I think on different podcasts and whatnot, express our opinions. I really feel like Alien Covenant's gonna have a lot of elements in like this one.
Yeah. More so than Prometheus. And
Yeah, more so.
Because a lot of people didn't really like that one, and they wanted more aliens. So.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what's funny? I actually watched Prometheus. So the timeline I've seen them, I think Prometheus was the first thing I've seen.
Yeah.
I saw it like in a grade 12 religion class or something. I didn't hate it. It was actually not bad for me.
Okay, but you saw it before the Alien movies, though.
Yeah, I didn't understand the context behind any of the stuff.
But I guess that is the right viewing order. It's the prequel to the Alien.
Technically, so you can say I've seen them in order then. Right, and here and here we have them rising up.
Yeah.
I remember I was watching this for the first time, and I'm like, "Oh shoot, a brother!"
But that's the twist, though. He survives all the way till the end.
Oh boy, Nick, do you want a pair of those space undies?
What is that? It's like some clothy thing. I don't know.
The one right here in the front looks like a diaper still.
Yeah.
I'd imagine they'd all shit right when they wake up, no?
Or vomit or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
They have to have all that liquid inside them still.
Yeah.
You aren't into the Alien video games, right? Because they made that whole Alien Isolation. It was kind of like a remake, or not a remake. It was a prequel to this movie. No, actually, wait, was it?
Oh,
no,
was
it
it
took
actually?
place after this movie.
Oh no, I didn't get to play the games really. That's pretty nifty though.
Yeah, it's like people talk about it. It's like playing this movie because it has the aesthetic of this movie, obviously, and stuff. You know,
Nice
corridors and ships and everything.
And here we have them, space breakfast.
Yeah, who's the character that stood out to you the most when you first saw the movie?
Oh, that's a great point, man. I think initially it had to have been which one was it? I forgot his name. This guy right here with the cigarette.
Brett?
Brett.
That's Harry Dean Stanton plays him. He's the dude with the Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, him and Parker are really funny together because they're kind of like the guys that work below deck, and people don't treat them the same. That's why they're always talking about the bonus situation. How can they get more money?
Yeah, what actually surprised me was how like evenly all the characters got time to shine. Like they're all kind of spread out evenly.
Yeah.
So like there wasn't, to me at least, like one person who's like a standout. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, yeah, it's Sigourney Weaver. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like the most interesting thing about this movie is how you don't even realize that she's gonna be the one that survives. It's just like
I think that's what I love so much about it. I was like, wow, like I didn't expect it coming at all. And then you go on, there's a whole franchise kind of based on her.
Yeah, she's the whole key to Alien.
Exactly. Like when I first watched it, like I had no idea, and I think I really commend this movie for doing that. She's such an awesome character, you know.
Mm-hmm. What about the twist with Ash being a robot?
Shh, Nick. They don't know that. I'm just kidding.
I
don't think I saw that one coming either.
Ash, of course, played by Ian Holm, who would go on to play Bilbo Baggins in the Lord of the Rings movies.
Look at this high-tech technology. Oh gosh.
This is Mother.
Dude, Alien remake coming?
No. I mean, all they've done is prequels. That's all you need to do, really.
You think they could do it justice?
No. I don't think you could ever remake this movie. It just wouldn't be the same. And it wouldn't really make sense either because they have like a franchise. They never rebooted the franchise, which is another weird thing. The Alien and Predator franchises have never had a reboot. They're all just in continuity, which is weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is so nifty watching it again. It's been a little while since I've seen it.
Yeah, here they got the distress beacon to go to LV-426.
And then it was game over.
The thing that people don't know about the Nostromo is that there's just that little tiny part in the front of this. That all of that stuff it's tugging along is like all ore, mining ore. The ship itself is just this little piece right here in the front.
Oh shit! I actually didn't know that.
Yeah. That's how they're able to land on the planet. They detach the ship and then go down. I think the only character I didn't like in this movie is the other girl, Lambert.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Maybe it just wasn't enough to her or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember any issues I had with her, but yeah, we're gonna watch right now. To be honest, Sigourney Weaver, like after watching the franchise, she's the only one that stands out in my mind.
Mm.
Oh, I have some. This, you know what I love about this movie? So many quotable lines, and one comes from my man right here. Yeah. You'll know which line. Nick, you know what line it is.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good right here too. They always bring up. Oh, look, he's like, "Can I have my seat?" Yes.
Yeah, they have really great chemistry.
Yeah, that's another thing that movies today have an issue with is like being able to establish a cast of characters and have them all be unique because, I mean, we're barely 10 minutes into the movie and we already know a lot about all these characters.
Exactly. It's true, doesn't he? He kind of looks like Ben Affleck, no?
Yeah, little Argo Affleck.
Yeah, Argo Ben Affleck.
Yeah. That's Tom Skerritt, who I don't know if he went on to do other movies. Really, I mean, I think he probably did. I just don't really know him in anything else.
He went into cryosleep and then came back in the late 2000s to be an Argo as Ben Affleck. he is actually Ben Affleck. We just don't know it.
Oh, I also wanted to mention too how it was really sad to find out that John Hurt passed away, who plays Kane right here. You can see him off to the right. Who is the first one that dies in this movie. He gives birth to the alien itself, and it just it's so tragic to hear when actors like this pass away. People that are iconic that
exactly
from so many things.
He had a really big role in film with roles like this,
Yeah, I remember him
sad.
recently. I saw him in Doctor Who. I think he was in like season 9 or something. He was the War Doctor.
Oh, okay.
He's done a lot of voice work and everything. You see him in all kinds of stuff later on in his life. But
yeah,
let's see. This is a new scene right here. Actually, this scene.
Oh,
right
this.
Here. Yeah, they listen in on the beacon all together. Like the alien distress signal. It's so weird the way this film came about. It was originally written by Dan O'Bannon and Ron Shusett in like 77 or 76. And they were going to sell it to Roger Corman. It was going to be a low budget B movie.
Really?
All take place in a warehouse. Cheap warehouse, cheap monster, alien, whatever.
But they threw it in space instead.
I mean, the script somehow made its way to Fox. Brandywine, David Giler, Walter Hill produced it. They got Ridley Scott involved. And even Ridley Scott talks about it. And it's like, the concept of the movie is such a horror movie on a ship, monster killing people one by one. It's a B movie concept, but when you elevate it with certain things, it becomes something iconic and noteworthy in film, I guess.
Yeah, which it did do. I mean,
every other movie now is taking from it. I recently we were talking about Life, the movie coming out, and
Life.
It looks like a beat for beat kind of alien thing,
Yeah, it really does. Honestly, I remember I seen the trailer and I'm like, dude, they're like, Nick, this is Alien, man.
Yeah.
But look at this. These are the ores of the ship.
Yeah, it's all. I think it's just like 20 million tons of ore, or something. I love all the model work in this movie. There's no CG. It was like 78, so this is all miniatures, models. It's just
Yeah,
amazing.
like,
It looks great still.
yeah, like just the way that they're lining up this movie, like you would never like suspect it, like in the first bit of this movie that Sigourney Weaver's going to be like the badass.
Yeah, she's the third officer, I think, in the movie. Dallas is the captain, and then yeah. So it's yeah, here, see, they're detaching the ship right there.
Detaching. They thought they were coming back.
Yeah. Well, they do come back, but with an alien. They brought another person on board.
That sound. So good. And Ridley, was this his first movie?
No. He directed the only reason he was brought aboard or in talks to direct the movie was because he did a film called The Duelists right before this one. And they liked his style and sensibility. He obviously wasn't a sci-fi movie, so like I'm trying to think, what was the movie about? It was completely different from this genre, but they noticed that he had an eye for something special, and he obviously came on and did something amazing.
Damn.
And then,
well, I'm glad he did.
From there, obviously, they didn't bring him back for the sequels. Like, they had Jim Cameron do the second one, and then the third one they did. I think the third movie they did actually talk to him about doing it, but then he ultimately declined. Yeah.
Imagine how different Aliens would have turned out if Ridley stayed on.
It would have been really different, which is why now he's saying, I have no plans to leave the franchise. If you're talking about Covenant, he's like, I got another 6 movies in me. I'm not knocking this down anytime soon.
Oh
like,
my gosh,
geez.
he's just trying to... Well, he's an older guy, too. I guess he's just trying to leave a nice legacy.
Hey, he's
like,
going to be 80 now.
Apart
He loves the franchise, and he has very strong opinions about where it went after he left it. I mean, he loves Aliens, the Jim Cameron film. He said it was a great movie. He loved the idea of introducing the alien queen, too, in that movie. He thought it was a great idea. But it's just something that is really close to him, and I think he wants to continue as long as he can, I mean, so...
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to do after Covenant.
Yeah, because originally there was supposed to be just 2 more movies after Alien Covenant. It was going to be a trilogy that leads into Alien. And then there was the Neil Blomkamp movie, too. Remember that one? The Alien 5?
Yeah, Alien 5, RIP.
Yeah, that was a shame. That was a tricky movie, though. Was that something that you wanted to see, that Neil Blomkamp movie? Because it was going to rewrite...
Well, they're going to, retcon that whole aspect of Alien 3, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how they would have done it and made it work properly. I would have liked to see their story continued, though.
Yeah, it was kind of a low blow to have Hicks and Newt die off basically right away in the beginning of Alien 3. Like,
I know, I remember we were watching Alien 3 and I'm like, alright, let's get it going. And they just die and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, it was such a different way to take the franchise. I mean, ultimately, I guess it worked out in the larger scope of things, like wrapping up the trilogy, Ripley's story, rather. But it just that movie had tons of development issues. But we'll get to that at some point.
Yeah. Right now, there's a fire at hand.
This is something I liked about this sequence here, is how in every movie they just land on an alien planet and nothing happens.
No problems.
This movie, it's like realistic. It's like, oh shit, we don't know what. We're just land some rocks.
Malfunctions.
Here.
Everything can go wrong.
Yeah. This is all handheld shooting too, right here. This all is over the shoulder camera.
Yeah, it looks nice.
That was another thing that apparently Ridley talked about, how he was manning the cameras a lot in this movie, which is something that directors don't usually do because they have cameramen for a reason. But he manned the cameras a lot. I think specifically for this sequence, actually, the handheld. He was, operating it.
Yeah, it gives a good feel. Like, they just crash.
Yeah, it's also nice for the director to be more hands-on like that, so that the actors can get into it more. They have a better, understanding between the director and the actor.
Definitely. I love their microphones. It looks nearly like a scanner in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. It's hilarious how Parker and Brett hate Ripley too, because Ripley's like the by the books meanie. And
Exactly.
They just want to, hang out and mess around.
And this is an older movie, so they're all smoking cigarettes.
It doesn't look like a cigarette though. It's all brown and like
like a cigarello or something.
Oh, sure. Maybe the old school cigarettes where they're actually tobacco still.
Yeah. But I gotta say, man, we should get those bomber jackets.
Those are
They're
pretty
fun.
cool looking. Yeah. Great costume design in this movie.
Oh, definitely. And they took time for to introduce obviously the alien and for shit to start going down.
Yeah, it's a very
Good build
slow
up.
build. Yeah. I think it's like 50 minutes or something before the whole chestburster scene.
Mm-hmm. Look at those digits.
That's some high-tech computer right there.
I know. I wonder if they actually did any research into that kind of stuff to see if it was accurate, or they just literally they're like, just do whatever the fuck you want. Put some random numbers, put some arrows and graphs, and hopefully it makes somewhat sense, or it looks like it does. She's out of it, man.
Oh, that's another thing that's different about this version. The guy Kane that gets facehuggered, he has a gun when he's down there in the egg room.
Really?
A little laser pistol with him.
Pew pew.
That was always a weird thing right there, because you were like, what?
Yeah, this guy just a little running man.
Yeah, but I guess the idea is that
They're anxious or
since
something.
he is a robot, his joints would get stiffened or something.
Oh, weird, eh?
Yeah, but obviously you don't know that yet. It's just a little thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny if you know the twist, then you go back and watch the movie. You can see little hints. He isn't a robot.
That's actually a good point. I didn't take that in.
I love the design of all these sets. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah, they're all really well done.
Oh, this too right here is the
Love how it just cuts back to it.
yeah, the spacesuits those are actually little kids right there. Ridley's son and his friend.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, guys, the more you know.
They design mini suits so that the legs could look bigger. Little kid walking next to it.
The POV.
The VHS POV.
From this angle, they look like Ghostbusters.
Oh, here we go. The scene
Let's
of
go.
tension between them. It's always about the money.
All about the money.
Look at his face. What?
Gotta love Ripley. I love the dialogue in this film. They have so much quotable lines, man.
Look at this alien landscape right here. All this model work, miniatures, the set right here. I think it looks better than the planet did in Aliens, because it's the same location. It just, this one looks
Shot differently.
spookier, I think.
Yeah.
Sets up a tension more than the other one.
Yeah, I think I'm actually agree with you on that one.
Well, here we also see that Ripley doesn't like Ash either.
01001. Oh, but
That's
yo,
binary.
Ripley with the fire kicks.
Right.
Jonesy.
Jones.
We actually just dropped a video on that, no?
We just made a video. What happened to Jones after Aliens?
Nick, for the few people who joined this live commentary, what happened?
So basically, Ripley left Gateway Station, which is the little apartment, space station that she was in with Jones. They were living there after the events of this movie, and when Gorman and Burke came knocking on her door to have her go with them to the colony on Hadley's Hope with the Marines and everything. She was going to be an advisor for them to wipe out the xenomorphs. She had to leave Jones behind, so
Rip.
We don't really know exactly what happened to him, but it's assumed that he probably is long gone. That poor cat.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe they threw him in a cryotube and he's been.
Oh my gosh.
He's making his return at some point.
Maybe that was an Alien 5.
That maybe. I'm assuming it might have been.
Damn, look at this planet, dude. So that was a ship too that we just saw pass by earlier, no?
Yeah, the jockey ship, the derelict. That's in every movie almost.
Yeah, it's like the one thing that stands there.
Yeah.
The signature.
Maybe the reason that this movie had so much of an atmosphere to it with the environments is probably because H.R. Giger was so involved, who is, of course, the designer of the alien creature itself.
Yeah, the aesthetics in this film are just fantastic. And the atmosphere.
But the funniest thing is how the little set that they're walking around on, the little planet set, it was only about 30 feet. So they just had to walk around the same thing over
in
circles.
circles.
They shot it differently at different angles and things.
That's great. See, they got creative with it, and this is the result.
Right. Yeah, and the wide angles where it's really pulled back, the little tiny lights you see, it's just little toy soldiers moving on a track. Right there, that little light.
Yep.
That's just a little toy. It's a miniature ship right there.
Damn, Nick, Nick literally knows everything there is to know about Alien, guys. If this doesn't prove it to you, I don't know what does.
I don't know. VHS must have been all the rage back then because it's in the first and second movie, and Predator 2, I think.
Yeah,
VHS monitors.
It was the wave until that damn DVD.
No, Laserdisc, and then later on, yeah. Oh.
I still remember the first time I saw the milk coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
Look how amazing this looks right here. This ship, the interiors.
Oh yeah.
Organic. That's the creepy part about it. It's organic looking. It looks living. It doesn't look like a ship.
Yeah, dude. It looks like the inside of like your freaking throat, dude.
Yeah. All these helmets would get fogged up. There's all that smoke. They can't. They had no way to clear it. It was just foggy, and they had to take it off. And
yeah, I think they updated the suits. Actually, no, they didn't because this is the future.
Yeah, I don't know how they went from the suits in Prometheus to this, because the Prometheus ones had the bulb helmets.
Yeah, they don't have to explain that, I guess.
That's always the issue when you're making a prequel later on.
Yeah, like how the technology and whatnot, yeah.
I also wanted to mention how the music in this movie is amazing. Jerry Goldsmith did the score.
Oh yeah, so good.
Look at his helmet's foggy. You can barely see right now.
He's a goldfish,
all
dude.
Clouded up. But particularly the score right here. This this cue right when it shows the jockey in the chair. Amazing.
Oh my gosh. So iconic. You hear like the little.
Yeah, great.
My dude is dead as disco.
These sets must have been crazy to walk through. This is all built in London. They filmed sound stages.
So creative. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was prior to this movie there was no alien or anything. It was just all original, right?
Yeah, it's a completely original idea. It took a while for them to crack this. The funny thing is how Fox didn't want to make the movie at first. They kind of went back and forth on it, but it was right after Star Wars, which came out in '77. Fox still had the rights to that back then. So they kind of looked at the movie. They're like, okay, it's a sci-fi kind of sensibility to it. It's a horror movie, low budget. I think they made it a movie for $8.5 million. I think
8.5, eh?
Oh yeah, and it was hugely popular, massive success. Everyone lined up to see it. Crazy stuff, but
It looks like a facehugger, no?
yeah, that's why people are always upset about this because they're like, that alien, that the one in the chair right there looks very different than the one in Prometheus, right? The engineer.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, how could it be the same species? It looks vastly different. This guy looks way bigger than those ones.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Just
I think honestly they kind of just retconned it, and that originally this was a species with the big snout, the elephantine trunk thing, whatever. But
they retconned that shit.
It was an issue of like, how could you make a movie without how could it have those guys running around without it being silly? I mean, they got giant elephant trunks.
Elephant trunk engineers just.
Yeah, it's like, how can you do that without it being silly? So like, the only way they could make it interesting is if the engineer story was ultimately our story, that it was tied to creation of humans and all that kind of thing. So
that's hilarious. They didn't want the elephant trunks.
Yeah, so it was just a retcon, I think.
Yeah, I think that was a decent decision, honestly. The thought just came to me. What if they had giant facehuggers?
I think the Queen facehugger is a little bigger.
Oh, damn. Well, look at that. The Alien universe is truly huge. Every time I think there isn't something, there is.
I hear they're lowering him into this egg chamber. Thousands of eggs in there. Look at that. Dense.
Oh my gosh. See, if I was him, I would have turned back right there.
Wait, and this is great too. The little fog machine, little blue light, to give it that alien feel.
The creepy. Now imagine if all of those eggs opened up.
Oh yeah, that's. I think they built all these eggs too. They said they had 100 and something practical eggs they built. Stood them up.
They really went all in.
Makeup. Yep.
And the result is probably one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, what would they do now? They have
monster films that
they just CG all the eggs, I think.
Yeah, they would just CGI the whole thing, dude.
Because even if you look at Prometheus, the room with the black goo tubes, those are all real too. Ridley likes to do everything practical as much as he can, all in camera. It's more effective.
I'm alright, I'm okay.
Way.
Are you really?
Yeah, I just slipped into this egg thing. I'm good.
I'm good. No worries, guys.
I don't know what this is, but I'm fine.
Oh, these things are hatching around me. Everything is A-okay. So, like, what's going through his mind right now?
I gotta look in this thing. I gotta touch it and look in it.
I gotta try and make something happen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my guy right here is about to touch it. So it's getting moist.
Look at that gun. Look at it. That's
Yeah,
new.
right there, eh?
That's new. But he never uses it. It's just a little laser pistol or something, and he never uses it.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, I would have shot that egg right there. Boom.
Bam, dunzo. See, if that was me, I would have been out of there so quick.
No, you gotta look. You gotta see what that little thing is in there.
Nah, hell no, man.
Which is great too. The egg in this movie. I think
The way that it spouts out.
the egg in this movie I think looks the best. And the way that the facehugger too, like when he was looking.
It gets me every time, man.
When he was looking through the egg, like, and you could see the little, like, it was, like, translucent. You could see the facehugger moving around in it.
Yeah.
That was Ridley Scott with rubber gloves on, moving his hands around. There you go, egg. Under $10, egg right there. Facehugger moving around.
Done. Man, yo, rip to my dude. I actually forgot it was gonna pop up, man. Dude. The sound effect every time?
Look, Jones.
The screeching?
The cat.
So how did they film? Because you may know, how did they film like all this dirt? And,
I think it was
the
plastic
dust?
that was flying around. Very dangerous, he said. Pieces of little plastic that stuck everywhere. Yeah. Wind machine or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think the same facehugger effect where it like leaps out. I think the same sound effect is in Alien Covenant. I think you can hear it in the trailer.
Oh,
It was cool.
good to hear they're keeping to it.
And right here, Ripley is doing everything that is sensible and by the book, saying, nope, I'm not letting him on. He's got alien. Nope. But then...
You know what? She played it by the books, and then she makes it out alive.
Yeah. I can't do that. And then, of course, the evil robot...
Yep.
Let me do it.
He's gonna go for it.
Oh, you ruined it.
She's like, the hell? Yeah, like the work done on this is ridiculous. Look at that.
8.5 million.
Yeah.
Which at those days was still a gamble for them. Because it's an unknown property. There was no way to tell if this movie was going to be successful, alright? I mean, it's just...
They had no idea.
This is the best looking
Look at
facehugger
that.
too, I think.
Look at that, man. So how do they get the whole, the effects for that?
Sure. They put a lot of work into designing it, though. This is only one. How's he breathing?
I love how he has, like, the audience perspective. That's my favorite line!
How come they don't freeze him?
Freeze him! How come they don't freeze him?
Oh, this isn't it
That's
right
what
here. This is her slapping her and all that.
Oh, shite. Damn. You're goddamn right. That was one of my favorite lines. The robot knows what to do.
No, the Ash is doing everything he can to make sure nobody touches this alien. Gotta get it back. If it was up to him, he would just freeze him right now. Ash would just freeze him, take him back to Wayland, and...
Hey.
But... I think that was the idea, but then he chest bursted while they were eating early. He didn't plan for that.
Yep. And look, it just tightens up. So there's, what could you do in that situation? Nick, what are your easy 3 steps to get a facehugger off your face?
Just shoot it. There you go. Shoot him.
The acid, though. Like, I love how he keeps saying, why don't you guys freeze it? So good. Like, the suspense, too. The tension. So good.
Oh man, imagine if this movie didn't work and they just had no Alien universe.
I really don't know what would happen.
There's just so much countless spin-offs and books and novels and comics and games and all this stuff.
Yeah, I probably haven't even realized it. Like just like watching films and TV shows, how much stuff has been inspired by it because I just got into it recently, you know.
Yeah,
but I can see it now.
the guy that directed AVP-1, Paul W.S. Anderson, directed a film called Event Horizon in the 90s, I think, and that's basically like this. Almost exactly, except instead of an alien, it's like a demonic thing that takes over one of the crew members or something.
Oh, shoot.
Which is a pretty decent movie, too, by the way. The first AVP movie is pretty awful, but Event Horizon is worth checking out if you haven't seen it.
I guess he kind of lived his dream a little bit.
Yeah, but he flubbed AVP somehow. I don't know why, but whatever. That's another discussion.
Yeah, and just the design of the facehugger, man. Like the long freaking, legs is just disgusting. Yep.
Ooh.
And the acid. This really surprised me the first time I saw it. I was like, oh, it burns a little bit, and then it goes all the way down.
That's a great effect. That's I think that's styrofoam floor, some cheap acid applied or something.
Yeah. Really great technique too to like make them like to the facehugger, so you can't just like take it off.
Yeah.
Defense mechanism. And I love how they follow in the music.
Well, that's another. Yeah, the score is amazing in this movie.
Yeah. At that point, alien on ship, acid burning through the building. That's when I say no more.
Yeah, that's when you ship him out the window, throw him out.
That's exactly what you do.
That's gonna burn right through the hole.
Yeah.
Like he gives him his
Come
pen. That pen doesn't look futuristic.
Some things just never change.
Yeah, what do you think of the design of the alien in this movie compared to the other ones? Because this one is noticeably different than the ones that come later.
Yeah. Especially the one in Alien 3. That one is like super.
That's the animalistic one.
Yeah, animalistic. 'Cause that actually did come out of Animal, right?
Yeah, it's an ox in the special version.
Yeah, and it even the way that it looked, this one is very like practical. The other one kind of the way they shot it was different too. No,
You thought, yeah, it was funny in Alien 3. You thought it was CG, it was actually rock
Yeah.
puppet that was superimposed onto the screen, blue screen.
yeah. When me and Nick were watching Alien 3 for the first time, I was like so convinced it was CG. To me, it looked very off on screen, but as he mentioned, it was superimposed with puppetry. It was really interesting. They went about that.
Pretty good rod puppetry. Well, except for some shots look kind of wonky, but.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the alien in this movie. You don't really get to see too much of it. I think that adds to the suspense too. It's just
totally.
just a guy, like a 7'6" guy or something in a suit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the design of the first Alien.
It has the dome on its head too, the little clear dome.
It's smaller too, if I'm not mistaken, or is it...
It's pretty big. I think it's considered a drone alien, and then the one in the second movie are warriors. That's where they have the rigged heads, spiky heads.
Okay. The drone. And I love how this movie just starts off all of it, and it all ends up spinning off into the different types of aliens and stuff. It's great.
Yeah, this alien is limitless. Just any host.
He's analyzing, getting his info. Right there, that's the alien?
I don't think so.
What is that? What is he looking at?
Sure. He's looking at something.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, the guy that played the alien was 6'10" in this movie.
Oh.
He was probably over 7 foot while in the suit, I think. Yeah. Which just going back to the alien, the concept of the alien in this movie in general, it's just amazing how they got to it. Cause the whole movie hinged on the alien itself being unique, creepy.
Right?
Because you can't just do a guy in a suit, just a cheap monster thing.
And it doesn't feel like it at all.
Yeah. But the scariest thing, the thing that's creepy to me about the aliens in general is how they still have the human qualities. They still look human, as like they have the arms and legs and everything. They walk upright, creepy.
Yeah, it just gives you the very
the bejeebers.
uncomfortable feeling. Yeah, as Nick just said, scares the bejeebus out of me.
Look at Ash. He's trying everything he can to say nope and nothing wrong with it. Just obeying orders. He's got to get this life form back.
Oh, she's pushing him.
What would you have done with Kane?
She's being very, defensive. How old was Sigourney Weaver at this time?
I think she was early 20s, mid 20s maybe. I don't know, somewhere 25ish. I don't know.
Oh wow.
They probably interviewed and tested about every young, able actress at the time, and she got it by doing some specific screen tests where they built like mini sets and kind of acted out certain scenes. Look at him drinking his milk.
Yeah. Is there a particular reason?
I don't know. I guess it's just like fluid or something that helps them. Something. That's all they eat. Just fluid and weird like space shit.
Yeah. I gotta figure out what those white kicks are there because they look so nice.
They I think they released those actually. Those
way.
Shoes. They had them. I think it was 2015 or 20. Was it 2015 or the last year's Alien Day? They do Alien Day every year. I don't know if people know or aware. I'm sure they are, but every day, April 26th, because it's 426, LV 426. Every year they do Alien Day, and I think last year they actually made those shoes. You could buy them.
I'm gonna have to check that out after. That sounds dope.
Yeah, what were they? Nikes or Reeboks or something? They made custom. I'm not sure if you can find them anymore. They're probably hard to find now, but
exclusive.
That's like the Back to the Future shoes they made, right? The custom they lace themselves or something.
Yeah, those are ridiculously expensive. Yeah, they come back and the facehuggers are gone. They're all just like, what the heck? I love how he just jerks around quickly. So they don't have very many weapons.
No, they have like no weapons. They got like some sticks.
And is that surprising to you?
They should have the laser pistols, right? But they don't.
Yeah, but they never go about using it. Or even just that. Was that be the only thing they have? Oh,
probably. That was a cheap scare. That was a cheap jump scare. The character knock over or something.
Got me, man. I'm a jumpy. The sliding doors, nice. And Sigourney Weaver's haircut in this is just everything.
You should get your hair like that.
Oh. No.
No. I think the coming up here when they have the little facehugger fall on her, they Ridley was saying how on the day they didn't tell her what was going to happen to get a real reaction. They just had the AD drop a little facehugger from the top, right on her.
Mm-hmm. And I heard that was same with the chest burster scene too. No, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. That, and then there's a scene in Prometheus too where they have something kind of jump out. That was also real reactions.
Yeah. Look at her face. So good. Yeah, that is so creepy. Oh my gosh, reminds me of like a Spider-Man. Oh gosh.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Okay, not Spider.
Hate that
man.
guy.
Yeah,
Also, the reason you see Ripley all up close with Dallas in this movie is how originally there was going to be more to them. There was going to be a relationship between them, but it's kind of just alluded at in this movie.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm kind of happy they didn't pursue that love interest arc, actually.
Mm-hmm. I think there was supposed to be the reason that the other girl, Lambert, doesn't like Ripley is because she has a thing for Dallas too. There's a kind of triangle.
Love triangle.
They have the cat fights in this movie. They don't like each other. Eh?
Makes sense. Man, it's so uncanny how much he looks like Ben Affleck and Argo.
Look at
It's
right
actually
here.
ridiculous.
Like, see right here, they're arguing like a couple. See, I'm not trying to see. Look at that.
She trapped him, dude.
That's entrapment. Like Dallas is trying everything to not think there's more to this too. He just wants to go home. He's that laid back stoner captain. Hey man, I just want to go to sleep and just.
If you want to come over, we can hang out. Then no problem. But if you're gonna argue, then no. I mean, she's making sense though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you mean. I could see some sort of like tension behind that. I mean, how long were they in sleep for again?
Probably at least a few months or so, because when they come out of sleep, they say, well, it's going to be another 10 months till we get to Earth, so probably
Feels so bad.
something around there.
Yeah, so I mean, they spent a lot of time with each other.
I love all this shaking. Like, they literally just had to shake the chairs and the camera to get all... It's all. I love when they do that in movies. That's horrible for the actors. Just shake this chair, you know? Shake your camera right in your face.
I'm altering the vector now. I love the Christmas lights.
Oh. Well, Parker has a good line coming up here. A second. Now they're leaving the planet. They got the alien. They're leaving. They're done.
They're done though. This is when they. This is when the real movie begins.
Yeah.
We've got about an hour or so left. Yeah, so we're at the 50-something mark.
Walk in the park.
Don't smile, guys. Little do they know. Yeah, man, the ships look really cool in this too.
Yeah, it's just something that CG ships can't match. Good model work.
Mm-hmm. Look, see, he's still going on about it. Gotta love him.
Oh, I love Brett. He always says right, like a parrot. Like, see? She even points it out. Right.
Right. Yeah, man, great chemistry between these people. I love how their diet consists of cereal and beers.
Those beers, the funny thing is those beers are going to be in Alien Covenant again. You can see it in the prologue. They have the same beer.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. That's cool. That's an Easter egg.
That is pretty good. I hope they bring the cereal back too.
What kind of cereal is that? Is that Cheerios? What is that? I don't
No,
know.
it looks like Raisin Bran, but without the raisins. So just
Just
flakes.
bran.
Yeah, Bran. Poor guy.
Give him some fluid.
See, if that was me, had I had that thing on my face, I would not even try and get over it, dude. I'd just be in shock for days.
Well, he doesn't remember it. That's the problem. He had no memory of any of that happening. That's the best thing about this movie too, is how it just feels so grounded in reality. All the characters feel like people that could be real.
Yeah, and it goes back to how well written it was.
Plus the costumes too. They're not all wearing those kind of Star Trek jumpsuits or.
Yeah, there's average, clothes, and in their work attire and flannel shirts, giving them personality.
He's got a headband on.
Headbands,
Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, great character design. Two pens or whatever, with a gap in between them.
No, they eat. They have beer, cereal, and chow mein.
OJ,
kind of Asian food, something right here. Look at his noodles he's getting right here. See. Asian food with cereal. Yeah, it's a good. What is that? I want some of that beer too. I want to get some cans of that. It'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh, also with the side of cigarettes.
You just ground up your cigarette and put it in your food.
Delicious. Yeah, you know what I have to say about Alien Covenant? It looks like they're getting this similar kind of vibe. Like them just all talking in The Last Supper, and he chokes. My boy's choking.
Damn.
This is so good. He knows, dude.
Look at the cat is in the background too. He's just sitting there.
Jonesy.
He's looking.
Oh my god!
I love when the alien comes out and it's just looking at them like, "What are y'all doing here?"
It's just like, oh, show it up.
Like, what are you doing here?
Definitely. Constrains him with the fork or the spoon.
Yeah, put the spoon. Put that in there. Yeah.
Ready? You see the red? Oh my gosh.
I think they just built a torso of him and then just put it on the table when it bursts out. Like a life.
Dude, you hear it screaming?
It's right there, yeah. It's pretty. It looks pretty good still. Pretty good.
Dude, the alien has grills.
Look at him. He's looking at.
Like, oh,
he's
shit,
looking at like, what the hell are you people doing here?
Don't touch it. So creepy. The way it just speeds off, it's so good. And it's just like, it sinks in. It's like, yeah, your friend's dead, by the way.
So now they can't go back to sleep. They're planning.
Oh, hell no.
Now they gotta. They have the lingering thought of this alien running around.
Yeah, and
they
have
don't know
no
it's
idea.
gonna get big either. They don't know how big it's gonna grow.
Exactly. To them, they think, oh shit, this little thing's running around. But little do they know, they're about to get wrecked.
How is it running? It's like scooting along.
Yeah, I'd say it has like little wheels on the bottom, dude. Why does it have like metal teeth too? Is that?
They don't really explain that. Hopefully, they will in the future prequel movies, because
yeah, comes out a gangster with some grills, and I don't know what happens after.
This is great when they shoot him out of space. He goes so fast. Watch this, right? It's like the fastest. Look at that.
And he's gone. Imagine if they connect that back, like the body comes back in some capacity in like a future movie.
Yeah, it's still flying through space. They fly. Yeah,
that'd be an amazing Easter egg. They just look out the window in a spaceship in a movie and they see it. If you look really close on the left side, you can see a predator ship.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, all they have is little cattle prod things, little shock
some,
sticks,
like, Home Depot weapons,
net and everything.
Of course, they want to keep it for the company.
That's the special order that Ash got. Make sure that this alien comes back, regardless of who lives.
Yep. Eval. I gotta love his hat he's wearing too. What is that? Like a little like rainbow and
The hat?
something?
Who?
Yeah.
Brett?
Yeah.
Sure. I think it's the Wayland Utani logo or something. Can't really tell though. It's kind of. Maybe it's the Nostromo ship logo. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it might be. They're relatively calm.
Yeah, because all they gotta get is a little larvae.
We should have freezed it.
Yeah, if only they freezed him.
Yeah, only if they'd listened, but nope.
I keep telling you, you gotta get that game Alien vs Predator, the new one, Steam.
Yeah, I had not heard about it. Or actually, I hadn't played it or seen footage of it. It looks pretty good, actually, for a 2010 game, too.
Yeah.
It looks like it looks pretty good. Do they have this as one of the playable maps, Nick?
No, they have a Nostromo level on Aliens Colonial Marines, I think. There's another game, but everyone hates that one, so...
Oh, really? Why?
in the Alien Isolation game that I was telling you about earlier, they have a DLC where you can play through certain sections of this movie.
Oh, that's so dope. Do you play as the characters, too, or no?
Yeah, I think there's one where you play as Dallas when he's going through the tunnels when he gets killed by the alien later on.
Oh, they should have one map as, like, Jonesy. Just waddling.
Yeah, they
like,
should.
wandering
Just
around.
like a little cat running around.
Mm-hmm.
Which speaking of that, in the Alien, the novelization of this movie, there are certain chapters told from Jones's perspective.
how does it read?
I-
Meow, meow,
I
meow,
don't
meow, meow.
Yeah, it's like, how does that work? I haven't read the novel myself, but I read on I saw on the wiki thing, it says there's certain sections of the book told from his perspective. I'm
What?
like, what?
That's weird. There may be, guys, there could be a possible sequel, like spin-off. Like while this is happening, they're walking around, Jonesy and the alien are becoming friends. We don't know.
That's why the alien doesn't kill him later on.
That would really explain it all.
Right here, Jones messes everything up because they're picking up a signal, but it actually turns out to just be the cat, not the alien.
Meow.
See? The poor kitty.
I know. How could they? All you hear is surprise, motherfucker.
Mm.
Oh my god! I remember when I saw it the first time. That really got me.
Look at the cat run.
Scared the-
It's the cat. He's like, what do you mean?
I forgot. Do they explain in this one? I don't remember. The alien just eats a bunch of the metal to get bigger.
I'm not really sure how that works. It's been theorized that the alien eats some kind of wiring or metal or whatever, but there's also other theories that it also eats flesh too, which doesn't really make sense to me, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a topic of discussion.
Yeah, guys, let us know your thoughts.
How does the alien
if you're still
grow?
with us.
What does it eat?
Maybe the alien doesn't need to eat anything. It just self-sustains or something.
Possibly. And look at here, Jones inadvertently kills Brett. He's running around the ship
Cat.
looking for the little cat, and then he dies.
Cat's evil, man. Is Jonesy the real alien?
No, he's the real villain.
Explained.
Yeah.
This is a great shot, by the way.
I want one of those jackets with the Nostromo on the back.
Oh yeah, right. Go on eBay. Look right there. Be careful. the sound you hear, like little sound effects. Here, kitty.
You still gotta watch Alien Resurrection too. You haven't seen
Yes, I do. But from what I've heard from you and other people,
it's pretty cringy.
Yeah.
Look at oh.
And
How does he
Jones
move
is
so
out.
quick? He jumped all through that and ran through there.
I don't know, man. Oh yeah, the skin. I remember I saw that. I'm like, is that a used condom? Like what? He realizes. So cool how they incorporated that, like the elements of like shedding. and
Yeah,
whatnot.
it's like an insect.
Yeah.
Or
Very creepy.
Alien versus Predator. You gotta see that.
Yeah, I don't know. Those will I'll eventually see those.
Those will be in the riff tracks.
The riff tracks. But from what I know, I've seen the good ones and like the main cannons.
Yeah. I think there's a couple slightly different shots in this scene where you get to see the alien kind of hanging on the wire or the chains up above him.
Spoilers. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know what's the creepiest death in this movie. I'm trying to think.
There's actually towards the end when the alien's just hiding
Oh, in the ship.
In the ship, that was kind of like creepy.
Yeah. But this death right here, the alien just hanging up right here on this wiring.
Yeah, dude.
Then it
Why is
comes
he even in
down.
that water.
Look at it.
Oh my gosh. Creepy as hell, dude. Ornament of death.
No ornament.
Get it.
And the way that they got the cat to hiss and all that and to back up like that is they put a big German Shepherd in front of it.
Oh, is that what they did?
Yeah. So every time it cuts away with the cat like reacting, it's a dog in front of it.
It's just a giant dog.
Look at
Look at that. Holy crap. So realistic.
And again, you barely see the alien in this movie.
Yeah. That's always so funny. The close-ups of Jonesy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it starts raining blood. Jonesy's like, I've been through things. I've seen some stuff.
So apparently they saw the alien too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like describing it or something.
So they gotta know it's serious business now. Now he's dead. Ripley's being real.
Oh, this is where Dallas has the great idea that let me go snooping around these dark air vents, these air shafts, where it's right where it is.
It'll definitely be the best
to
idea,
flush
right?
it out
Nothing
or
could go
something.
wrong. What could you do? Yes? What if in a future movie we have him?
Who, Ash?
Yeah, they bring him back. New model.
The funniest thing is in the sequel novel to this movie that came out again years later. I think it came out in 2013 or 2014. It's called Alien Out of the Shadows. The plot of it revolves around Ripley coming out of hypersleep and being in another alien encounter. But the funny thing is how Ash supposedly uploaded his conscious AI to the little dropship she escapes in. And that's why he reroutes her escape ship to the other alien incident.
Oh, and
So
that takes place in between Aliens.
Yeah, in between this one and the second movie.
It's obviously not canon, though, right?
I think it is canon. Yeah, it was meant to be canon at least.
Oh.
I think, yeah, like I said, it came out 2013 or 14. I'm not sure, but there's since been 2 other novels that have tied into film stuff in between them. So I think it is canon, I'm pretty sure.
Damn, yo, Nick, you should do a video on that.
Yeah, maybe.
This is a cool shot.
This is the part
All
of the
these
game,
graphs.
this is the part of the movie you can play in the DLC for that game, Alien Isolation.
Holding a fire in a air vent, the best.
What
kind of hatch is that?
I never understood why he didn't just shoot it though, right when he saw it. Because it like, he like turns and it's right there. I never knew why he just didn't pull the trigger and just like flame it like right there. He had at least a second or two to react.
Script. I mean,
who knows?
Story.
The fire probably wouldn't have even done anything to it anyway, but
yeah. The point of no return.
He's just locking himself into these shafts here.
Oh no.
This is like a proto tracker, because in the second movie, remember they have the motion trackers in the second Alien? The Marines have it. But theirs is more advanced, obviously.
Their tracking technology, just a bunch of graphs. Very creepy.
Yeah, you should start working on some alien videos for Fail Whale for your channel.
Yeah, we were talking about that. The first Alien video that I want to do would be Alien 3, and talking about how I think it's underrated.
What about a video on this movie?
Oh, that'd be... What could I talk about for an Alien topic?
Why didn't they freeze him? Explained.
Well, why didn't they listen? What would have happened if they freezed?
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows? And did he go on to do any other like bigger films?
Who's that?
I forgot his name. The headband.
Parker?
Parker, yes.
Yaphet Kotto, that's the actor's name. I'm not sure. I think he was a hot actor at the time. I just don't know his other filmography.
What if Danny Glover was him instead?
Yeah, Danny Glover. That would have been
Connects
weird.
universes even more.
Yeah. I can't really picture anybody else in this cast.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, maybe if he was kind of like, if he was the Dallas character right here, if he was the captain, maybe.
That would be weird. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine that.
You know, Schwarzenegger, long hair, bearded.
Oh, the audio right here, so good. And of course, he doesn't make it.
Yeah, Ash, she's just waiting for it to kill him.
Yep.
Yeah, right here. He had the chance to shoot. Right there. Shoot. But, yeah.
Dallas, more like Dunzos.
So this right here, he says no blood. That ties
No, it
in
does.
to the scene we see later. The new
Yeah.
scene.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh. And where is that scene exactly?
I think it's the hour and 30-ish mark, somewhere around there.
Okay.
It's towards the end when she's trying to get the ship prepped to blow up and all that, running around.
She's losing her shit. The seriousness in her face. The team's losing their composure, and Ash is just there like, I'm an android.
He wants them all to die. Yeah, you never told anyone about your channel, though. I just realized that. I was just like, hey, Farewell34 is here. And
Yeah, yeah.
You,
Nick, I'm trying to go incognito.
you
No, I'm
should
just
do an
playing.
alien
Yeah, guys.
reaction.
Yeah, I actually did an alien reaction to the trailer. But yeah, I got some Farewell 34. We're about an hour and something into this movie, and you don't even know me. Damn. I do YouTube videos. I work on the Hybrid Network. I do podcasts and Super Science.
Yeah, when's that coming back? That Super Science.
You guys can expect Super Science back this spring, 2017.
Ooh. I think we're in the pre-production stage on that.
Yes,
Whatever
we are
that
currently.
means, I don't know.
Maybe we could actually. I think we should work with you, Nick, on doing some alien Super Sciences. I think some people would really, really like that.
Yeah, you should do the acid blood, the xenomorph thing,
Black goo explained.
black goo. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe even some Predator stuff.
that would be cool. The biomask, how it sees, how it has different visions, the heat vision mode and all that, infrared.
Yeah, if you guys would be interested in any of that stuff, let us know. We can work it out.
Like Jonesy, Super Science, cats.
We'll do the trunks of the engineers Super Science.
Oh no.
Oh, that's just an awesome shot. With all the lights.
Oh, right here. This is the part when this is where she figures out it's all been a ruse.
It was all a long meme. A pre-constructed meme for their death. I wish you got to learn more about the company.
Yeah, you don't really ever learn much about Weyland-Yutani. Other than like just a shadowy business organization that wants the alien. Like, what do they sell? Like, they just...
Yeah.
I don't know, parts?
What is their end game?
Well, you find out what happens to them in Alien Resurrection, which is a huge slap in the face, too, by the way.
What is that?
What they say happens to Weyland-Yutani. Oh, my goodness. Who wrote that? But, anyways.
Does it not count?
Oh, man, I don't know. People always say, is Resurrection canon, blah, blah, blah. I mean, as long... It is until they say it's not, right? I should say, but... Right here, Priority 1, Return Organism,
Yeah.
Crew Expendable.
Crew expendable. That just hurt her feelings, dude. She's
Oh,
got-
shit.
And he laughed like he smiles there, no?
Yeah. Look at his face. He's
Mil-
like, God damn,
I
he
know.
just threw me.
He's like, my circuitry, ow.
Look at him
Milk
backing.
starts-
I love that. Look, it's so weird. He's like backing up.
Maybe that has to do with his him being like a faulty one or something. That's why
Mhm.
he's like doing the running.
Maybe. I don't know.
Nick, maybe make a video right there, bro.
Why was Ash evil? What happened to Ash?
Mhm.
Remember look at the milk. He's bleeding milk. Right here.
Uh-oh. And she's bleeding too.
Yeah, I wonder why she has a nosebleed. I'm not sure about that. How did that happen? But
They're trying to mirror each other. creepy as hell. No way. Yeah, I remember when I saw this for the first time, I was like, what is going on?
I think, yeah, they were all like, what is going on?
I love the handheld right here.
Yeah, I think so. All the actors that always play the androids do an amazing job. Like him,
Fassbender.
Bishop, Lance Henriksen, amazing.
Knocked out.
I love his
What are
way.
those?
I love his way of trying to kill her. He just rolls up a magazine and like,
Yeah, this guy's disturbed. Clearly.
it seems so inefficient.
I know, there's clearly some stuff up with him.
Look at his face.
It's the stupidest thing. Grabbing his titty.
Yeah.
She has a nose.
Oh, this part's crazy when he starts flailing around.
Yeah, look at this. Crazy job by the actor. The milk everywhere. Oh my gosh.
That musical cue.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. So creepy.
And the robots in Alien Isolation are really creepy. The androids, they're all evil.
Ash is a robot. Ash is a goddamn robot. Creepy as hell. This element just adds so much more to the creepiness too, you know?
Yeah, this wasn't originally in the script either. The very first script, but it was an idea that was introduced later on by the people that rewrote it, who was Walter Hill and David Giler. Look at that.
I want to wash my hands just looking at their nasty hands with all that, like, dried up milk. Almost looks like the insides almost look like a facehugger.
Yeah, a little bit. What's up with all those ball things? What is that?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Some futuristic tech, I mean. That's disgusting. That's so nasty. Right there. Looks like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, it is, I think.
Yeah, I think it's definitely 100%.
Yeah, he's in that new movie, right? Life, whatever. Alien thing.
So right there, I'm assuming they just made some sort of... that's actually him. You know, it's not a fake prop.
Yeah. No, that's a puppet or something, right?
No, that looks real.
That's his head sticking out through the table?
Yeah, they might have... I'm assuming they made a hole or something.
Huh. I'm not sure, actually.
Because, like, the scene, like, right before it looked more like a puppet. This one looks like it's like they made a hole through something.
Yeah.
Zoom in.
This is great here. How do we kill it? There's no way. It's a perfect organism.
You can't. Just got so deep, dude. Yep. It's purity.
Yeah,
Looks like
look at this point in the movie, the only people left are just The two girls and the one guy. He must be thinking like, "Wow, I've got no help now." I mean, look at who he's left with. It's just.
Well, hey man, Sigourney Weaver. I mean, Ripley's a badass.
Yeah.
But not she. I don't think she's really fully badass.
Remember how they were saying that the girl Jin from Rogue One was based on Ripley?
Yeah, it's just like
what? It's like no. Apparently, every female character is based off Ripley. I guess.
I mean, she is awesome though. Look, see right there. That was the dummy. I mean,
okay.
Guys, let us know what you think. Because for me, at least, it looked very noticeable. I honestly forgot how she does.
She gets it's soon in the next 10 minutes or so. She's dead.
Yeah, look at that.
That's definitely the real guy right there. His head sticking out.
Oh yeah, definitely. They just X them off, cut their losses.
No, this is so creepy how his face gets burned back and it's like that shell.
Right there, it looks like the Prometheus engineer.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe that's where they got the design.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on where Ripley goes in the series? Like her character arc over the 3 films?
I liked it. The ending, though, when she kind of just offs herself, I really wonder what would have happened if she hadn't. Kind of wish they had continued that, but I really liked her progression, like at the end of this movie into Aliens. Her becoming like kind of like a leader and like being reluctant to get back into the game, but then ultimately doing it and trying to save the people.
Yeah, it's like this movie. She's kind of like a novice. She's younger and just doesn't really. She does everything by the books, and then she learns.
Because there is like a big age difference too, no? Like 7 years or something.
Well, for her no, because she's been frozen, so she's stuck in time basically.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like in terms of, like filming, no?
Oh yeah. I think this one was shot in 1978. The second one was shot in 1985, so 7 years.
Mm-hmm. And that cryo sleep. Imagine she was having nightmares about the alien the whole time.
And then right there, we just talked over it, but she heard Jones meowing on the speaker, so she had to get the cat. She had to go back for him. Yeah, see, this is where the two die right here. They're trying to get these, I don't know what this is, nuclear cylinder plugs or something.
Oh, they messed up. Note to self, don't get cylinder plugs unnecessarily.
Right.
Jones? It's a cool fire gun, though. Also, his shirt is really ripped right now. It's practically a cardigan. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what are your thoughts on the second movie too, changing the tone and everything?
Yeah, the tone is not completely different, but like it's very different. This one's a smaller scale, story. The second one is just like so much more action packed. It's like there's a bigger alien. Ripley gets her own like kind of mech suit. Per se.
Mm-hmm.
There's much more side characters, way different personalities. We got Bill Paxton, obviously, rest in peace. Some other great characters involved.
Yeah, I think that's the next commentary. We're gonna talk about that movie.
Yeah, that'll be fun too. The whole scene with like the turrets and stuff too in that movie is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I think I'm trying to think what movie I like more. Probably the second movie, just the idea of ever since I saw the movie, I always loved the Marines in that movie. The Colonial Marines are so awesome, and they never have done anything with them since.
Yeah, Nick's the aliens guy. I'm alien.
That would be the perfect the perfect way to go about a new AVP movie, to set it in the
Surrounding
future.
the colonials.
Drop some
Marines,
Marines
you mean?
in there, some aliens.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, what's? Oh.
The cat continuing to cause problems for everything.
Yeah. Jonesy is the real villain. Oh my gosh, the eerie music.
Oh, here's the alien right here. This is like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa, shit. Look at that.
Yep.
So people don't know what happens to her right here. They don't know how she dies because it's like left ambiguous.
Ambiguous AF.
Every time they see the alien, they're just gonna stare at it and stand there. They don't like they have flamethrowers, right? Why don't they
use them?
And all she can do is just listen to them die.
Oh, that's so sad. I mean, once they're dead, it's like, I'm out, no?
Oh yeah.
Look at the alien now.
It still looks pretty good. I mean, it's a guy in a suit, but it looks pretty darn good still.
And just like, you know, the dun, the score's so good. Rip to her, man.
Okay, I love how it just flips. The Parker dies because he gets the little mouth bites him, comes out. But I don't know how she dies. It never shows it.
Forget the flamethrower.
Right. And the funniest thing is that the only reason they put the little mouth on the alien is because they didn't know. There was a debate of what the alien did when it got to a person, right? It was like, so what does it do? Does it just nibble on their head? Like what? It's like,
is that actually what?
They're like, yeah, they're like, so what happens when it gets to them? And what does it do? And it's like, oh, but then one of the prop guys or something was like, oh, why don't we put like this little hydraulic mouth inside of its mouth, so it pops out and bites them? Like, oh,
genius.
So yeah, see right there, funny. We don't know what happens to her. Its tail just slides up between her legs, and then you just see her die or something.
What if the alien takes her up as a new best friend?
I guess.
We don't know.
Well, you see their bodies right here, I think, but
they had a heart-to-heart moment that was cut out. Ooh.
Okay, now she's alone with the cat.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even... Being in this huge ship all by herself with the alien...
I would be so spooked. Now she has no one holding her back. She can officially leave, no problem.
But you have to set the whole ship to self-destruct right here. This is crazy.
Yeah. I remember I was convinced she wasn't going to make it, the first time.
Oh. Well, it is weird how there is like an ending on an ending in this movie. There's two endings. Mm-hmm. That's the weird part.
No. The self-destruct mechanism right here. So good. It looks like such a funny thing to do. She's like crying. You gotta like twist it. You gotta beep it, bop it.
That'd be so cool if they had like a thing you could go through that was like the ship, like a recreation of it. Mm-hmm. Experience or something.
Yeah, like an amusement park or something.
I know they did a maze here at Universal in 2014, I want to say. It was an AVP maze. I never went to it, though. It seemed pretty cool, though, I heard.
That would be pretty cool, actually, if they had something like that. Aliens popping up left and right.
Facehugger jump at you.
No, oh my gosh, I would have nightmares.
Oh, this is the new scene right here. This is the controversial new scene right here, right?
Yes, okay.
So you don't remember this, right? This. You didn't. I don't think you saw it.
No, I have not seen this, though.
Yeah, so...
Flamethrower in hand.
The background of this scene is that Ripley finds Brett and Dallas, and they're being cocooned. Right here, she finds them.
Okay. And what was so controversial about that exactly?
Oh, just because it was something that was adding a new layer to the alien's life cycle, which you'll see in a second here. But
well, that's what they ended up doing in Aliens, though. No.
Yeah, that's why, because since this version of the movie came out years after Aliens, like it wasn't established right until then. Like Aliens established that the Queen made the eggs and everything, but this right here, this scene was
it goes against that, yeah.
Yeah, this scene established or introduced the idea that the alien could morph people into eggs. See? So Brett right there is becoming an egg right there.
Holy crap.
To make a facehugger that'll eventually kill Dallas. Right here.
Kill me.
So that's an interesting thing. That's a very weird part of the alien life cycle. But it's a question of debate whether it's canon or not, because since it's a deleted scene, technically it didn't actually happen. But people like to include it. They're like they like to think that it's part of the lore or whatever.
Nick, what are your thoughts on it? Lore or no lore?
I'm not sure, because I like the idea of having the Queen more. But I mean,
it takes away from that, eh?
A little bit, but I guess, like, if you have the people's reasoning is that you have the Queen that lays the eggs, but in the event that there's no Queen, the alien would still have a way to create more, right, on its own.
Yeah, like a contingency plan, if anything.
So I guess it's fine. I don't know. I'm not sure if you see it in other media though. I can't remember if there's other comics that explore that too.
This is an awesome, it's like one take of it going down this hallway.
Yeah.
It really shows how scared and terrified she is.
All you have to do is just set up some strobe lights, some flickering lights right here, and there's all suspense.
Add some EDM music, and there's John Wick 2.
Yeah. This is great too right here, where the alien drops down the music cue.
Yeah.
Ring. I love how the alien just kind of peeks around the corner in a second here. Look at it. Look at the little mouth peeking.
Yeah. The alien's just like, oh, hi there.
Yeah. She left Jones, though. Like, she left the little kennel.
Yeah, man.
Cat.
But don't worry. Everything will work out in the end.
Look at the cat right there. Look.
Yeah, guys, they had a side story, that's why. Or not.
Oh, he smacks the little kennel out. That was the untold side story where the cat knew the alien.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't kill him. Not a threat.
It's canon, dude. Oh, shoot. Dude, you're not gonna make it, man. Imagine, like, just what she's going through. Holy crap. There were 34? Farewell 34?
Where?
On the keyboard, I hit the 34.
Oh.
All that smoke and steam, I would have been so annoyed.
That's pretty cool. It's all real.
Yeah. Override.
Even when you look at the way that this movie ends compared to the second movie, they're both pretty crazy events.
Yeah.
The second movie, they have to fight the Queen. They're running back to the ship through the hive.
I did not expect that one at all, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I noticed, I'm like, oh, they introduced this cool, like, crane robot or whatever. Like, a mech suit.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Oh. Destroy that, well, why not? And then they had fighting the Queen, that was so cool. And then this one, too. When the alien pops up again.
Oh, yeah.
Handheld. It really immerses you in the film.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun memories about this movie.
Yeah, we got some fun memories. So watching it for the first time was so much fun.
Look how great that looks right there. That looks so
I
good.
know. Oh.
Also, if people want to pick up some comics that are kind of in line with the movie, I'd check out the comic adaptation of the movie. It's pretty cool, and also
Oh.
some of the recent comics too. Aliens Defiance. It's a really good series too.
Yeah, Nick, you've been keeping up to date with all that stuff, right?
Yeah, there's some other ones. Prometheus, Fire and Stone. That whole arc started in 2014, and now it's on the Life and Death storyline. It's almost now over, I think.
You recommend?
Definitely check it out. The new comics are all part of the. They're trying to make a connected universe, Marvel style.
Who is it though?
Yeah.
Oh, back. Got Jonesy back.
But I always thought that they could have made a connected universe with the Alien movies. I'm not sure why they never did.
I don't know. Maybe they just didn't see the potential in it.
You got endless possibilities for spin-offs and
Yeah, and
stories
it's so right because from what I've been seeing from like your videos and there's like the alien lore in the comics, there's so much things they could do that would work well. I mean, all the different types of aliens that they could bring, like the Civil War and all that stuff introduced.
Oh, that's always what I wanted to see, the aliens, the red and black aliens fighting each other.
Yeah, like that would be just so cool to see on screen. Now, will we? Who knows? I mean, what would you put your money on it? Would you see something like that in the future, like adaptations?
The thing I was talking to the other guys that I cover, Mr. H Reviews and Alien Theory, which you can go check out their channels too.
Yeah, they're good guys.
But I was talking to them about it, and they brought up a good point. How it's kind of like the way that Ridley Scott is, like over kind of the overarching guy of the franchise is kind of like how Nolan was with the Batman movies.
Mm-hmm.
How maybe when he's finally done with his stuff, they can kind of bring in other people and start the other movies going.
Yeah, it's a shame that he doesn't want to embrace it, though, I guess.
Yeah, that's the big thing is he doesn't like the idea of AVP in general, them crossing over and stuff and blah blah blah. But
yeah, like see right here, I thought she was in the clear. I'm like, oh, she's gonna go back to Earth. Everything will be good.
yeah, that's the great thing about it's like a false sense of security in the setting. This is like the first movie that had an ending on an ending too, I think, or something like that. Maybe introduce the idea of it.
3.
I love the ship
2.
right here. The ship that blows up 4 times. It has 4 different explosions. Like there's explosion 1, and then there's the 3 other neon explosions that happen or something.
Watch it.
Look at that.
So big.
Those effects look great right there.
Dude, it looks like freaking Interstellar when McConaughey is like
going through the black hole. Oh,
yeah.
this part does right here. Like that.
Dude, like what was that?
That's some psychedelic explosion.
You just drop some acid. Yeah, man. Like I'm like, oh, the movie's done.
But
Bless.
you can tell even the music changes right here, turns. Cue. You can tell that something is not right here.
Yeah, wait. It's Jonesy. Jonesy, like it cuts to like a close up, and Jonesy has like a miniature face hugger. She's so done with life right now. And like the fact that it's like she gets ready and everything too, like really baited me in at least.
Yeah. Also, there was supposed to be a little bit more to this ending right here, where the alien, she runs to the closet to put the spacesuit on, but the alien originally was supposed to crawl out of the little hole and stand right next to the glass, looking at her in the spacesuit.
Really?
But I don't know if they didn't do that. I think it was scripted. Maybe there's some concept art you can find online. It looked pretty creepy though. Because the idea was that the alien had like there was supposed to be like some kind of sensual, tension between them two. Even though it's like it's an alien, but that's the whole idea behind this kind of alien anyways is like the whole sexualization of it and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, there's supposed to be some kind of weird thing between them.
Yeah. Uh-oh. What if they freeze the alien? They finally did it. That's how it really should have ended.
No, it should have ended by the alien going in the cryotube and sleeping with her.
Yeah. You sleep together?
Yeah. So look, they had to show some skin in this movie. They had to get all the way at the end.
Oh boy. She's all comfy too, ready to go. Look right here, man. Oh my gosh.
Look at the alien.
Dude. I remember I was like, no way. The alien's just chilling there. So good.
Yeah.
Look at that. She couldn't escape.
Yeah, too, the whole idea of it being indistinguishable from the tubes and all that was all part of H.R. Giger's idea for the creatures. That his whole artwork, I don't know if you've seen it, you could probably check it out. It's called I think the book is Necronomicon or something. But it's all his creepy paintings and everything. It's all biomechanical-y stuff because that's how he envisioned all his artwork, creepy fusion between technology and organic life.
Okay.
So that was just playing into the notion of it and kind of blending in with the tubing and all that.
Yeah, look at the nails, dude.
Like the alien in this movie has different hands too. If you notice in all the movies,
I noticed he has like hands.
Has webbed hands.
Where are the web pits? I'm just
He's got flippers.
Really weird. It's so calm here.
Yeah, he likes her. See,
Connecting back to that tension, yeah, and the sexual. Get in the suit. Get in the suit. What if it ended with her just drifting in space because she couldn't do anything with the ship?
she's just standing in the closet.
Ooh.
That looks pretty good, actually. That effect right there. It's really good.
Yeah. It's like translucent.
And again,
So
going back to
quiet.
the teeth, too. If you notice, the teeth are all metallic like that. They don't look like that in the new Alien Covenant trailer. They look normal.
She looks like the Stay Puft from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, look at this. Is a great ending here, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy how you got to experience all this the first time.
Yeah, so late in life.
You'll
like,
never
oh my
experience
gosh.
it again for the first time.
I know, man. It was really fun watching it the first time. Even now, it's always enjoyable to watch. Like right there's like a harpoon gun.
Yeah, they could have used that early on in the movie.
I know, like that would have been useful. No. She's ready to go.
The alien was supposed to come up to the window right here.
She's got her A game ready. I wouldn't even feel comfortable being on the ship even if I knew it was gone.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about the whole comic thing, like what stories they could do on film too. Another thing I would want to see actually too is to see the Alien King in a movie.
Alien King, eh?
Yeah, because I did a video about that. A lot of people think that that wouldn't make sense because they're like, oh well, if the aliens are like ants, why would there be a male king? But I'm like, no, because the thing they don't understand is how the king alien is a human manufactured alien. It's a genetic result. It's not an actual born alien.
So the company got a hand on it, eh?
Yeah, so they it was like, you know, being was it Weyland-Yutani was a different, I think it was a private thing actually. The scientists got a hold of alien DNA and spliced it. So the cool thing though is the alien king actually doesn't like the other aliens. Like it'll actually kill any of these xenomorphs on sight.
Oh, word.
Because the alien king was designed to wipe out the alien infestation from Earth in the comic series. So
see, that's nifty.
That would be a really unique kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm. It'd almost be like the Jurassic World.
It's like a man-made alien that actually doesn't kill humans and kills other aliens.
That could be an interesting story for a movie. But this right here, this scene is so creepy.
Oh yeah, it's great. I love how it slinks out of the tube there, and it's right here. Hey, it's like, what's up? It's just giving her a high five, and then, you know.
Gone. Alien just floating through space. Shoot it. So good.
There's a stunt guy in that suit right there. That's why he looks shorter.
Hey, this is just like the Alien Covenant trailer, no?
A little bit, yeah. And look at that thruster right there. How do you make thrusters? You just shoot a bunch of water. There you go. Ship thruster.
That's it.
And you can't even tell. That looks good right there. That effect. That looked really good.
Yeah. But wait, there's another surprise ending.
Jones.
There's another one.
That would be hilarious. Jones just comes behind her and opens the airlock again, shoves her out.
Yeah, like I never expected her to be the one to survive. I didn't think anyone was gonna survive, and she's the one who does.
Yeah,
it's awesome. And the cat too.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a bonus.
Yeah. So, what are your overall thoughts on this movie? I think this is the end of it right here. She just goes back in the tube, or we're at the end.
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
pretty much it. She naps. I mean, overall, I'm really big fan of this one and the second Aliens. It's just such a unique film, man. Really great. Overall, like great acting, unique story, creepy aliens. Great on the scares as well.
It's such a unique design for the alien. That's why I keep saying it's so. The one of the main reasons this movie works so well is just how different the alien was in this movie. So, the idea of its.
There was a lot of thought put into this movie.
Yeah, the idea that the alien bursts out of one of the humans, you know.
Yeah, that's so creepy.
But I love
you, Nick?
I love going back and just watching these movies. It's so good. These all hold up. The first two surprisingly hold up very well. But
yeah, they do, man. I mean, I think it's my second time watching it, I think it's the second time, and it's honestly just as fun as the first time.
Wow, Terry Rawlings was the editor. I had no idea. I think he edited Alien 3 too. That's weird.
Like Alien Design HR.
H.R. Giger.
My boy.
Which all rest in peace to him too as well. He passed away in 2012. He was fortunate enough to work on Prometheus before. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Wow. Yeah, this is a great movie. But thank you guys again for sticking around for our commentary track on the Alien Director's Cut. And I mean, like we mentioned, next one up is Aliens Special Edition. So
excited.
Yeah, be sure to check that one out. But again, this has been Nick and Michael, aka Farewell34. Where can people find you at on the Twitters?
Yeah, you guys can actually check me out on Twitter at FailProduction1, and of course my YouTube channel, Failwell34.
What about your Instagrams?
Yeah, my Instagram as well is Failwell34. I think if you type in Failwell34 anywhere, it'll fix it, even if it's a little different.
Okay.
So you can just type that in.
All right, you can find.
And Nick, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at who's_Nick. So go tweet me about all your alien questions, and
Yes, guys, you can follow him up. I know you guys look to him for the alien stuff on the YouTubes, but you can also hit him up with a question on Twitter. He'll definitely answer you.
yeah. So with that said, thank you guys again, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Take care, guys.